What's up, everyone? It's your CaptainChefy here. I just wanted to get into some description before we get into this full gameplay of Arcade Spirit. What if the 1983 video game market crash never happened? Set in 2000 XX, Arcade Spirits is a visual novel romantic comedy with a different history, where arcade still reigns supreme as the ultimate place to play. After a period of turbulent employment, your character starts an exciting new job at the Funplex, a popular local arcade with a team of staff that are eccentric as the customers. From fierce pro-gamers and dedicated high-score chasers to creative cosplayers and tinkering programmers, the neon lights and buzzing atmosphere of the Funplex is welcome home to many. But where will this newfound employment opportunity take you? Who will you meet along the way? And will you finally find the romance you've been seeking? So that's right, Arcade Spirits is a visual novel, but not just any visual novel, actually. Arcade Spirits also has dating simulator elements with 7 different characters who can be romanced or just befriended. Romance is completely optional in this game. You don't actually have to do it at all if you don't want to. Nearly all dating simulators require you to undertake some kind of mandatory romance encounter, but Arcade Spirits that is actually unique in the genre that you don't actually have to at all. It's one of the parts of the game. If you want to be in the romance, if you want to get all romanced and everything like that, then you're more than welcome to, but this game isn't all revolved around that, which I find that is pretty cool, actually. Thank you guys, and I hope you guys are going to enjoy this video. I really want to say thank you to Arcade Spirits for giving me an early access code and being able to stream this and actually be able to make videos on this game. It's a really great pleasure to have the opportunity to play this game, and especially to show you guys what it's like to play this game, just so then you can see for yourself. But I will say, make sure you choose your own choices and don't just follow mine just so that you could get a different ending, because like I said, depending on the choices you make is a different ending for everyone. So make sure you go ahead and do that. And again, I really want to thank Arcade Spirits for giving me the opportunity to play this game before it was fully released for consoles. It was an amazing opportunity, and thank you so much. But guys, let's just get into the video. So I guess I'll see you guys in the video. My back hurts so much, but I gotta keep playing. That's why I'm like slouched like this. It's because the back of my neck like hurts so bad. I got in a car accident like a year ago, so like now I can't like sit for too. Kill screen? What the? The distant future, 20XX, and oh, who am I kidding? I'll be lucky to make it to 20XX plus 1 at this rate. How'd my strand of fate twisted back and forth so often it feels like it could snap at any moment. Oh, I feel you had to work accident. I can't sit for long either. It's like, it's not like sitting for long, it's just like keeping my head up for so long. It's just weird. Mirrored in depression and a supposed family curse, then lifted up by my amazing time at the Funplex, slammed back down by Dekonami, raised up again by FFG 2-Flower Project, and now descending further due to this series of bad coincidence, culminating in a pure 6 brawl in which I got shot. Today I'm back to FFG 2-Flower and ready to work, despite being on crutches. Normally, I have to mentally filter out the beeps and boops on a busy arcade, but not today. Aside from our regulars, nobody's here. Not exactly the sight I want to see on my grand return after heroically taking a bullet to my leg. We're 3 days into this ambitious experiment, and it's already looking like a bust. Even with a reprieve from Mr. Fame, we couldn't hush the event up completely. The news of gang violence at a local arcade spread over social media like wildfire. Gavin filled me in on all the details I missed while I was passed out. By the time the cops got here, both gangs were long gone, and the ghost monsters wiped our security footage on the way out the door. No arrests made, no evidence remaining. The only plus side, Sue and her ghost monsters apparently never came back. But even without them actively causing problems, that single day managed to smash our reputation. It's just so... I just believe FFG 2-Flower would be a welcoming home for gamers. But if they won't even set foot in the door, they'll never see them for themselves. I put in all this work, all this love to make my dream arcade. All my friends did the same, and to see it all evaporate in a single day is just so incredibly disappointing. I don't honestly know how we can recover from this. If we would only get the good word out, somehow correct this PR disaster. Seated behind the ticket desk with my crutches propped up nearby, light duty, only a week minimum, doctor's orders, I try to mentally detangle this mess. Hey, Arvis, are we... Yes, we're still trending negatively on social media, like the last 7 times you asked. Any luck with our security footage then? Anything that we could give to the police? It might help our public image to have someone to point the blame at. Nope, it's totally wiped. In my files, recovered systems failed. I guess that's to be expected when you're going up cyber criminals. Like they've even avoided bad press from the shooting. I haven't spotted the words ghost monsters in any articles I found from the attack. It's like they're ghosts. Well, not literally ghosts. I just mean they're cleaning their tracks effectively. Yeah, I got that. We did see them in the corporeal form, remember? At least the whole mess seems to be behind us. Now we can dig our way out of this hole. I sigh heavily as a burden sinks into my lungs, and before I can groan further, I hear footsteps approaching me. I lock my phone and pocket it before seeing who it is.
Hello, hello.
Oh, Captain. Good to see you up and about. I'm up, or hardly about. I'll probably be glued to the stool all day long. Well, yes, it beats alternative, doesn't it? Plus, you got a nice view of the whole arcade, although a bit quiet in here today, isn't it? Yeah, I know. We can turn this around. I know we can turn this around. Right, well, I don't mean to be a bother, but I wanted to talk to you about our financial situation, seeing I'm as a bankrolling this affair and such. As soon as he mentions money, my chest tightens as I expect the worst. It's not an unreasonable thing to bring up, but can I deal with more bad news? I may have more than my fair share of wealth, but it's not bottomless. Honestly, you could see the bottom even before I put my stake into FFG2 Flyer. Gavin and I have been going over the spreadsheets, and at our current rate, well, I'm afraid we'll only have so much padding before we have to start considering options. Options like selling. I don't want to, believe me, but there's going to be a breaking point where we need to consider pulling out before our initial investments can be recovered. If only to ensure everybody involved in this fair doesn't go bankrupt. The knot in my stomach turned. The idea of completely draining Percy's financials, well, his plans for that money has to turn it over to charity upon his death. And here I've convinced him to invest my boondoggle of an arcade in the twilight years of his life. Something of a grim thought, isn't it? But let's not drill on the negative, shall we? No point in giving the fight so soon after it began. What we need is a plan for how we can turn these ill fortunes around. What's our next steps? Next steps? I can barely take a step with these crutches. Honestly, I'm not sure what we do next. I need time to think. By all means, think away. If all else fails, well, at least you've still got your health. Ah, hold that thought. We've got a customer. Why? Welcome to... Morning. I think I'll be mailing along now. No, not you. Go away. Loopy to play and all. Remember your health, Captain. Try to avoid stress in the next few minutes. Stood there in silence and shock. I tried telling myself this was just a bad retreat from my wound, but no such luck. This is 100% real. Watch as Deco takes a look around the arcade, his smug grin ever present. See his eyebrows arch as he takes note of the people, or rather the lack of people here playing games.
Such a shame.
Seems you have an unfortunate run of luck lately, Mr. Chefy. Not an unexpected one, however. It did warn that this will likely be the result of trying to go your own way. This can be a very unforgiving industry, as you've learned. Well, I didn't expect you to get shot, at least. I'm glad to hear the wound was minor and you'll recover. Apologize for not sending flowers.
Am I not generous?
I hope you realize now that I was looking out for your interests when I made my job offer, Miss Chefy. You're a promising young talent. It's a shame to see it all go to waste on this doomed adventure. Nope, can't handle this. Not today. What do you want, Mr. Nami? If you need tokens, the change machine's over there.
A pity, is it not?
Tokens, how quaint. Still no swipe cards, eh? Sadly, I'm not here to play any of your antiques. Rather resembles a 1980s X junkyard in here, doesn't it? All those obsolete games that no one truly cares about.
I'm here to make one final offer. If you sign over ownership of this arcade to me, I'll spare your careers. Yes, even Miss Fairchild and Miss Wolf. I'm sure I can find something for them to do at one of my facilities. I want to support your rising star. That's what I've always wanted. We've had our differences along the way, but I want us to overcome them and thrive. But this is your last opportunity. I'll not extend my hand in friendship again. If you don't agree to my terms, I'll stand idle and watch as everything burns down around you. You have my word on that.
Okay, obviously I want to say no to this fabulous offer. But at what point do I cut my losses? Miss Francine believed in dreams, but she also believed in practicality and trade-offs. Am I ready to give up everything so that I have something resembling a future? Of course I'm not giving up. I mean, seriously, I had so many opportunities to jump ship prior to this. Why would I bail this close to the end? Every time you ask, the answer will remain the same. Absolutely not. You can ask a dozen or more times and my resolve will not change. This is the path I've laid out for myself, and I'm gonna walk it to the end. You think I'm ruining my future? That remains to be seen, and I will see it through. Ah, well. It's unfortunate. It's your decision to make, of course. Your own life to ruin with your stubbornness. I guess I'll just have to settle for buying the burnt out husk of your business once it ultimately collapses around you. I think you underestimate the damage being associated with criminal elements can do, Miss Chefy. It's enough to ruin even the mightiest of arcades. Oh, I doubt the ghost monsters haven't forgotten. Doubt the monsters have forgotten about you. They will return and they will make matters far worse for you. And immediately I take notice. Play it cool. Play it cool. Don't let on. Just test the waters. Really? Ghost monsters? I thought the gang was called Lovely Chainsaw or something.
Foolish fool.
Yes, ghost monsters. Sadly, they insist on naming themselves after the obscene ancient video game reference of a childish and immature. Shakes it off quickly enough, refocusing on me. But enough banter. I believe I'll take my leave. I'll not see you again, Miss Chefy. I'll let my lawyers handle purchasing what little will remain of you. Good day. Once he's out of earshot and well beyond the confines of the arcade, I pull out my phone to verify something. Iris, you checked all the news article about the shootings, right? Oh, yes, I've analyzed them all. Did you need me to pull up a specific one? Just confirm something for me. The ghost monsters were never mentioned by name in any of them, right? Yes, it is Sue's friends are good at covering their tracks. Why? This is it. This is a chance we need. Immediately, it's a slim chance. It's a slim chance, but at this point, I'll take what I can get. Message everyone. I'm calling another Wakes Revenge conspiracy. Ooh, you're all fired up. Okay, message is sent. Need everyone to help fill in the gaping holes in my plan, but at least now I have a plan. It's time for one last ditch effort to save FFG2F. Why is he so into us? I get the Francine, but like, what's the point now? It's just validation. The fact that it's just the fact that we told him no, and now he's doing everything he can to do that and everything. Francine, I think he just liked her as a friend originally, and the fact that she passed away, he saw the opportunity to get what he wanted. Packing everybody in the employee break room proved to be tricky. Stay in room only, elbow to elbow, but somehow we managed it. Hi everyone, glad I could be here for this, whatever this is. Thanks for coming, Juniper. This was it. This was where we'd make our last stand. I looked around the room at everyone, at all my friends, and nodded to each one of them determinedly. Okay. I know things are rough, but I've got, let's say, a good 60 to 80% of a plan for how we could turn things around. Like, we can all agree what happened wasn't our fault, yes? Someone else screwed us over. Every problem we face could be tracked back to them. Sorry. The ghost monsters and lovely chainsaws may be to blame, but the court public opinion puts the blame squarely on all shoulders. Our venue is tainted by their actions. We cry foul all we like, but there's even a chance of violence returning to our doorstep. It'll keep customers away. It's a real bummer. We haven't seen any families here since opening day. Parents just aren't willing to take their children to somewhere that's known for being dangerous. Actually, I wasn't talking about the games. Today, I learned who our true enemy is, and that person is Deco Nami.
Pardon me?
Deco Nami. I don't follow him. Yes, I'm rather miffed over what happened, but he's hardly to blame for our current woes, right? Earlier when he was taunting me, he slipped, mentioning the ghost monsters by name. Except those hackers keep their noses clean. They left us with no proof that they were even involved, thanks to our security cameras being wiped. Cops didn't go after them. The news didn't identify them. So, how did Deco know about them? Answer, Deco hired the ghost monsters to ruin our opening day.
What?
Wait, seriously? In hindsight, it should have been obvious. I blame myself for not seeing it sooner. Far too many coincidences to be otherwise, and the fact that you only started wreaking havoc once Mr. Fane showed up was bearing witness. I can see what you're throwing down, Captain. Sue and her friends didn't seem awful at first. I remember talking to Clyde. They were very nice and friendly. And then Mr. Fame showed and... Oh my gosh, wait! Do you think Mr. Fame is involved? Considering she's willing to hold back her review, I don't think she's knowingly involved. But Deco may have gotten wind she'd be showing up and took advantage.
What if?
But you don't think Deco wouldn't stoop that low, right? Hiring some random street gang to mess with us, would he? Oh, he would. He's a spiteful bastard. Of course he'd try to ruin our open day. The only reason he didn't destroy Miss Francine was out of some weird sort of gentlemanly respect for a fellow elder business owner. But to Dekonami, Captain is basically a pawn scum. Thanks. Love you too. To be fair, I doubt he orchestrated the bullet-riddled finale of the evening. That pushes plausibility. True, he wouldn't have even needed a shooting to ruin us. The negative review alone would have done the job. Being even slightly associated with the gang would have been awful. If Mr. Fane reported us for a hotbed of teenage chaos, a living reenactment of Lord of the Flies, it spelled doom even without bullets flying around. I guess we're lucky she held her review back. The problem is we have no proof, do we? No way to tie Deco back to the ghost monsters other than him slipping up and mentioning them to Captain. I doubt he'd ever admit this on record. Iris hasn't been able to dig up any digital evidence, although there's our eyewitnesses' testimony, which should be enough to warrant some investigation. But for some reason, that doesn't seem to be enough for the police. Ow, shit. And how they think. If they're not looking into ghost monsters, odds they're actually looking into the ghost monsters quietly, which admittedly doesn't help us clearing our name. It's too much hope that Deco simply confesses to orchestrated the incident which ruined us. That slimy bastard is not getting away with this. I'll beat the truth out of him if I have to. As amusing as that would be, I wouldn't suggest it, love. We need to be smart about this and undermine him rather than take a direct approach. You mentioned having the most of a plan, Captain. Care to elaborate? Well, if Deco won't confess his sins, we need the next best thing. We need his henchmen to flop on him. See, I sensed some tension from Deco about the ghost monsters. He called them childish and immature. There may be some bad blood between them. How about we break up their partnership? My plan is to track down the ghost monsters, get them to turn on their employer and confess to their crime. Once the media hears it from Sue herself that the incident was all thanks to Deco's scheming, it's clearly a good name to FFG 2-Flower. This plan is foolproof. I'm answered with a myriad blank stares and blinks. Yeah, I know, fucking kidding. But no, everyone congratulate me at once now. Okay, so this isn't really me criticizing, but your plan kind of sucks. You want us to track down a bunch of hackers we already can't find and then ask them politely to betray the guy who's paying them a lot of money? Between this and the shooting, I'm worried your health insurance premiums are about to go through the roof, Captain. That's why I said it was maybe a 60% of a good plan. Look, we don't have a lot of options, people. Right now, the only ones who can save us are the ones who ruined us, Deco and Sue. I'm confident that I can find Sue and talk to her. I can get her to see reason. It's true, Captain was willing to give them another chance and hear out their side of things before. Sue really seems like FFG 2-Flower. If there's some disagreement between her and Deco about an arcade, that could be why. Exactly. I think I can get through to her if I try. This hinges on our ability to find Sue. Find an unfindable bunch of ghosts once Iris can't even track down. And that's where you all come in. All options on the table. I want to hear your ideas for how to find Deco's hired goons. Let's fill in the other 40% of my plan and make this happen. And awkward glances back and forth are all I get in return. I get why there's concern. This is the slimmest of hopes, the narrowest of margins. I'm asking them to follow me on a hunch. I know this can be done. I know I can get Sue to give us a dirt. We need to clear a name. Heck, some days it feels like all I do is talk my way through problems. It's my one special skill I'm going to rely on until for the final conflict. Now, if we could just find her. For that, I need their help, and that means I need to motivate them like a true leader would. Friends, we don't have a choice. The path of realizing our dreams lies in turning Sue's heart against Ekonami. We have to try. I know it's a risk. I know I'm reaching, and I might even be completely wrong. But we have to take the chance. If we don't, then Deco will happily destroy us. He doesn't believe in following your spirits and making what you want from life come alive. All he cares about is money and doesn't care how he makes it. I won't let him do that to FFG2F. Like he did for Funplex. Please, all I need from you is your support. Will you help me? Told you that I would protect our dreams, and that holds true even today. This will help you. Together we can accomplish great things. I'm willing to fight for my dream. I want FFG2F to be everything I've ever loved about arcades. Yes, let's do this. That's the proper attitude, Captain. We will protect what we love together. Everyone nods in agreement, and I can even see some smiles start to appear. We're all on board. Now, to determine how of the plan. Finding the ghost monsters.
Perhaps.
At risk of stating the obvious, why don't we talk to the police about this? They're proven unhelpful so far, but if we go down the station and fully explain our situation, we may be able to gain some information we need. I feel this would be a reasonably steady course of action. I'm not certain about showing up and just asking them for open their files to us, but you're correct. The police would have the information we need. Except cybercrime is a sticky situation. You have to control leaks. If they're looking into ghost monsters, they won't just tell us outright. The key is talking to the right people. I know the cops at Ben and Matt's Donut Shop by name, and I know one friendly front officer that'll help us.
Nope, no way.
Why get the cops involved? We already know someone who's rather got an axe to grind against Sue and her buddies, or rather a chainsaw. That's right, Greenbee. We can ask the lovely chainsaw gang. Oh shit. They'll be easier to find and would probably be thrilled to divulge all the dirt they have on the ghost monsters. Or they'll cover us up with switchblades. Could go either way. I'll admit this is a super gutsy move, but if we pull it off, we don't need to involve the authorities at all. Okay, give me a third option. This whole situation is a bit too sticky for my liking. Cops and robbers? No thank you. Although the alternative I'm about to say may be stickier still. Captain first met the ghost monsters at Deco's Palace, yes? They're regulars there, so we investigate Deco's Palace to find someone who knows Sue and her mates. That's what I was gonna say. Let's send Juniper. If we can find a good friend of hers, make them understand why we need to speak with Sue. Well, we're already somewhat on good terms with Sue, thanks to Captain made me diplomatic about all of this. Should keep that going. I think I'd attract too much attention if I went to Deco's Palace. I show my face around there. If I show my face around there, it's gonna raise some questions. But my face wouldn't. Deco doesn't know me. I was a Funplex adjacent rather than the Funplex regular. And I think the last time I set a foot in the Deco Plaza was years ago. I could wander freely with Juniper. Yeah, we could slip in and ask around about Sue without anybody even noticing. Say this is the kindly strategy and honest appeal to those who may know her.
Definitely.
She's got a single friend in that place. I'll find them. It's a daring mission in enemy territory, but for you, Captain, I'll do it. What are you looking at me for? I don't have any ideas.
Well.
You could try Googling for her accounts. I'm reasonably sure Iris already tried that. Iris? Yep, I even used Yahoo, Bing, Alta Vista, and Webcrawler. I have no idea what half of those are. Okay, but that's not what I meant. I mean, checking online forums for arcades enthusiasts. She loves arcades, right? She may have an account there. I've been rejoining online communities lately to try to open up to like-minded folks and socialize a bit more on my own terms. She's got to be lurking in one of those places. Wait, I know. If we can't passively search for her, we can actively call her out. As much as I hate internet trolls, they do get results. If we taunt the ghost monsters online, well, I'm positive Sue is the sort of person who looks herself up constantly, right? Of course, and with my help, we can establish fake accounts to spread the message so far and ride that she cannot miss it. I'd suggest we use public internet access point to keep it from being tracked back to FFG 2 Flower, though. Ooh, road trip! Road trip! I can tell from Gavin wincing at this that he's not a fan. But he's not a fan of Iris in general, so. I like this print, Miss Naomi. It's pretty quirky, but it might just work. Well, I did say I wanted options. Involving the cops after the semi-shady things we've done is risky, so is provoking a rival gang and armed hooligans. So is infiltrating Deco's palace. So is... Okay, posting a few trolls isn't that risky given how many social media companies actually adore trolls and nurture them for advertising dollars, but it could annoy Sue. That's the best path to decide. But before I can decide, Juniper raises her hand. All of these sound great, but Captain, you're still recovering from an injury. The less moving around you do, the more likely you'll heal nice and quick. You can't go gallivanting around the city chasing down rumors of ghost monsters today. I'm just on crutches. I'm not in an iron lung or anything. I'm still mobile. Light duty only, doctor's orders, remember? But I have a solution to this conundrum. It's simple and super effective. Let us do this for you. You've had to tackle all these problems since joining the Funplex by yourself. Why not step back and let us handle this one? Well, okay, but I need to be there when we finally confront Sue. While you're out and about, I guess I'll get some rest and I'm ready for tonight. Sound good? Sounds good. They're my friends. I trust them entirely. So the only question is, which plan do I want to give my captain seal of approval? 3? We're all in the 3? I love Naomi, but yeah. I mean, I think either way, it's gonna lead to them coming back to our thing. But I think the best thing to do for her, Duca's Palace. Juniper really won't be seen. Percy might be the problem, but Juniper's like the least of the problems. We don't know much about her. I think our best bet is to keep things quiet. Not involve the police or criminals, not troll the internet. Just ask around for some of Sue's friends. Juniper, Percy, you two head up to Deco's Palace and see what you can learn. It's less likely to backfire. At worst, you get arrested for loitering around the place, or you get your butts kicked by the security, I guess. Right, we best move along then. You can count on me, Captain. That's right, she could count on me always. Oh, this is her. Captain and I have been good friends for years, and would be BFFs for many years to come. I knew I'd be by her side forever and a day. Okay, so I wouldn't be by her side today. I'd be at Deco's Palace looking for clues like a teenage mystery sleuth, but I was by her side in spirit. Captain is always solving all these problems for other people at the arcade, always going on crazy adventures and getting in trouble, all while I stayed on the sidelines. And now it's time for Juniper's day to shine. Oh shit, I'm gonna be Juniper? Dope. Or Juniper's day under the fluorescent tube lighting anyway. I've never been to Deco's Palace before. I went to Las Vegas once though, and this place very much resembles a bad off-stripping casino. Pulsating lights flashing everywhere, the constant chirps from the games, and not to mention the heavy smell of greasy fried chicken. Not a pleasant aroma, is it? I notice you wrinkling your nose. I don't really like junk food. I mean, it's all you can swing when you're poor and don't have much free time. But I prefer cooking proper meals for myself, you know? Ah, but the target demographic of Deco's Palace stores everything deep fried and or coated in sugar, you see. So, have you given any thought on how we'll track down someone who knows the elusive ghostly friends then? Simple! It's process of elimination. We're looking for teenagers, right? So we can rule out any kids or adults here. Plus, Sue and her friends are delinquents. We find some young miscreants and we'll find our contact. So you're suggesting we wander up to random dangerous looking teenagers and just harass? It's foolproof. Yes, well, I may suggest something a bit more rigorous in terms of scientific approach. Before Sue and her friends started running wild at FFG 2F, She seemed to express an interest in Mr. Moopy game. Apparently, Deca's Palace is a version of that game which she's already mastered. It's one that's like, which is strikingly different. I think I could start my search there. Perhaps a fellow Moopy aficionado would recognize Sue and be willing to talk about her. Okay, you hang around, Moopy. I'll poke around elsewhere and see what I can find. Text me via the Peter. Very well. Very well. I'll be in touch. Oh. I'm gonna take off my headphones for a second. And then an hour passed with nothing. I asked around, but either nobody had heard of Sue or it kind of went quiet and made an excuse to leave after I mentioned her name. Thought about it like chasing down some of the folks who seem to know something, but maybe I'm just not gutsy enough. I don't get it. Captain makes this sort of thing look so easy. I thought we could just stroll on up to Deca's Palace, find someone who looked cyberpunky, get the info, bing, bam, boom, done. Instead of nursing a watery iced tea out of a soda fountain and poking at a basket of french fries after complaining about the greasy junk food, of course. Well, do you? Huh? Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. I was asking if you wanted a refill on your iced tea. Oh, no, I'm good. Hey, do you know a young woman named Sue by any chance? About this tall lavender hair, likes Moopy. I have other customers to attend to, excuse me. Oh, poop butts. We've struck out. I'll admit, I don't have much of a plan going into this one. Never had much of a plan, really. I couldn't even work up the nerve to leave that awful job until Captain gave me approval. Like I couldn't lay out my own plan of my life. Being an independent artist is hard work, but at least now I have something resembling a plan for my life. I'm gonna do it. I'm going to make it. That's why I admire Captain. Okay, she needs to nudge now and then to get moving, but when she does get a lead out, nothing stands in her way. I need that kind of energy if I'm going to succeed today. I need to not just sit on my butt eating french fries. I gotta get out of there and make this happen. Notification on my phone snatches my attention just as I was getting off my bar stool. Possible lead. Meet me at the movie game. There you go. Something to remember. This is it. My time to shine. Let's make it happen, Juniper. Hey guys, sorry about the abrupt ending. It's just that I live streamed this and I'm trying to do 30-minute segment videos just so I can put this on the YouTube page and you guys can get a full playthrough of the game. I'm trying not to cut out anything, so sorry if I miss something. I will probably go back or something like that. But yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy. Again, I want to say thank you to Arcade Spirits for letting me play their game early. And if you guys want your own copy, then make sure you go ahead and go buy it because it's now available for the Xbox One, PS4, and now the Nintendo Switch. Go buy it. I don't know what you're waiting for. But I hope you guys enjoy, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next episode, which will come out tomorrow. So thank you guys so much for watching. And I just want to say that this is your CaptainChefy speaking, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye, guys.